Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight while I adjust my microphone. Sorry for that slight delay, as we did have a moment of silence. It's now Remembrance Day here as I speak to you live from Toronto in Canada. Let us begin today's show with a bit of news from Tyler Tomlin. Lightweight prospect Tyler Short Fuse Tomlin, 13-1, 9 knockouts, promoted by Lou DiBella, made the rounds at the Cheatham County Schools last week, along with Anthony Clark from Quintine Clark Foundation, as the two spoke of the dangers of drugs for today's youth. Said Tomlin, "This is a subject near and dear to my heart." Mere days before his 23rd birthday, by the way. "I've known a lot of people impacted by drug addiction, and a lot of times it is simply dealing with past problems in unconstructive ways. I found boxing to channel my energy into, and I hope by sharing my story and experience, I can both warn and also encourage those who are facing or will face drugs in the future. Drugs like fentanyl are taking the lives of too many people far too soon. I want to make an impact at a grassroots level and be readily available to people in my community as a symbol of hope and encouragement for good." Well done, Tyler Tomlin. Right. It's on the eve of a big fight night over in the UK, where we're going to see Natasha's Jonas go toe-to-toe against a Canadian, Marie-Eve Dicaire, as well as Dalton Smith and Casey Benjamin, who top an exciting bill featuring also former Team GB heavyweight hero Fraser Big Fraze Clark and homecoming favorite Brad the Sting Rhea. So this is all taking place in Manchester, and Jonas is traveling across the country to face the Canadian Dicaire for the World WBC, WBO, IBF, and Ring Magazine titles, which are all on the line in what promises to be a spectacular super welterweight unification fight. And also in the co-main event, unbeaten Sheffield sensation Smith, that's Dalton Smith, defends his British super lightweight championship against Birmingham prospect Casey Benjamin. The gentleman I announced earlier, Fraser Clark, he'll be facing his toughest test to date against experienced rival Kamil Sokolowski. And as I said, Manchester's own Rhea will be keen to entertain the home crowd as he faces English middleweight champ Tyler Denny. Fresh off a stunning first-round stoppage win, his last outing, undefeated cruiserweight prospect Vidal Riley, who's now 6-0, is the latest addition to the all-action boxer event. It's called Boxer Manchester, taking place at the AO Arena on Saturday, November 12th. Let's take a look at undefeated rising boxing star Shabazz Maverick Massoud, the UK crowd favorite and career-long brand ambassador for Brains Bioceutical, a corporation certified manufacturer of the THC-free cannabidiol CBD products, who will vie for his first professional title this Friday, as today, November 11th, Remembrance Day, at Sheffield Arena in Sheffield, United Kingdom, when he challenges current belt holder and domestic rival Jack Bateson for his WBA Intercontinental Super Bantamweight Championship. This is being presented by Probellum. Massoud, who's 10-0 from Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, will face defending champion Bateson, 17-0 from Leeds, someone loser 0, obviously, in a 10-round showdown as one of the main televised supporting bouts to the UK's Sonny Showtime Edwards, 18-0, speaking of undefeated, defending his IBF World Flyweight Championship for the third time in a 12-round battle against hard-punching Nicaraguan challenger Felix Alvarado, who I brought to light the other day. Also on the undercard will be Thomas Asamba and Marcel Braithwaite's bout for the BBB of C British Super Flyweight belt. In addition to the championship belt, the winners of the Massoud versus Bateson fight will also be presented with the Ali Tazeem Trophy, an annual award newly created by Probellum to honor the late Ali Tazeem, an 18-year-old prospect who was killed tragically in a traffic accident last April. So there you go. And by the way, Brains Bioceutical is offering up a couple of ringside tickets. Just head along to their website and have a look at the contest they have going. Right on. Good stuff. Elsewhere, we see Thompson Boxing's Path to Glory card is all set. I mentioned it the other day and said there was a couple of TBAs, and they have now been all filled out. The card is set with all bouts complete in the 8-round main event. Welterweight Louis Lopez, 12-1-1, out of Corona, California, faces undefeated prospect Adrian Gutierrez, 12-0-1, out of Chula Vista, California. In the 8-round bantamweight co-main event, Manuel Gucci Manny Flores, 13-0, out of Coachella, California, will battle Armando Torres out of Mexico City, Mexico. Path to Glory will take place at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario on November 18th, and doors are open at 6:30 p.m. for those who are out in that hood. Let's see what else is on that card. Undercard bouts feature middleweight Nelson Knuckle Oliva, 4-0. He'll fight Mike Plazola, out of Waterloo, I believe, Iowa. Lightweight Ionis, the Greek assassin Manolidis, out of Los Angeles, will take on Eric Garcia Benitez out of Guadalajara. Lightweight Juan Sanchez out of Buena Park, California, will look to continue his knockout streak as he faces Miguel Angel Barajas. Miguel Angel Barajas out of Guadalajara, Mexico, in a 6-rounder. The opening card will be a welterweight bout between Elias Diaz, 11-1, out of National City, California, taking on David the Terminator Thomas, 6-4-1, out of Woodland, California, in an 8-rounder. Wow, that's very good. Yes, this is the event that's sponsored by Hustler Casino. I still haven't, I keep on reminding myself to find out, but I keep on forgetting to find out whether that is the Hustler brand, as in the magazine that most of us are familiar with. Alrighty, Path to Glory will stream live for free on Thompson Boxing Promotions website. That's thompsonboxing.com, as well as their Facebook and YouTube pages. And finally, former New England welterweight champion Mike Ohan Jr., 16-1, 9 knockouts, is preparing for his potential career-changing fight on December 10th against 2020 U.S. Olympian Tiger Johnson, who's now 6-0 with 4 knockouts, at the famed Madison Square Garden in New York City. Johnson versus Ohan Jr. is a scheduled 8-round welterweight match on a top-ranked card headlined by a Heisman Night fight featuring Teofimo Lopez against Jose Pedraza, which will stream live on ESPN+. Ohan Jr. isn't overly concerned about fighting a much-hyped prospect who is promoted by event promoter Top Rank at the Mecca of boxing on a much larger viewing platform. I'll embrace it, Ohan Jr. said. I've fought a lot of top guys in the amateurs like Jermaine Ortiz, who just fought Vasily Lomachenko. I feel like I belong at top level with them, but they started competing earlier than me in the amateurs. I was like 16, 17, and a lot of catching up to do. This is what all those years of me working so hard has been for. It's been a dream of mine ever as a kid. Before I started boxing, it started now to pay off. I need to execute the game plan on fight night, said Ohan's promoter, Granite Chin president Chris Triati. He said, I couldn't be prouder of Mike and what he's accomplished so far in boxing. He's a great guy with a great work ethic, and he's a ton of heart. He jumped all over this opportunity when it was presented. This is why guys fight, to hopefully get a chance to shine at an event like this at Madison Square Garden. Mike grinded and grinded, and now he has his well-deserved opportunity at stardom. By the way, for those who might not know, Ohan Jr. is the son of a retired pro boxer who served as sparring partner for the great, marvelous Marvin Hagler. The 24-year-old Johnson, fighting out of Cleveland, was a highly decorated U.S. amateur boxer who was a member of the 2020 USA Olympic boxing team. He was a 2-time winner of the USA National Championship, as well as gold medalist at the 2016 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships and 2014 USA Junior Olympic National Championships. Wow. He's a great fighter, Ohan Jr. said. Everything he does, he's excellent at, not just good. I have to bring my A game to prove I belong. All the greats have adjusted to their situation, and that's what I have to do. I have to put in all the blood, sweat, and tears. Whatever he throws, I'll be ready. Woo, good stuff. So we look forward to seeing that result. And that brings us to the end of our show today. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have a full card lined up today. We have Mike Gore and Cedric Ben at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Knuckle Up, featuring a female fighter this week. And also at 7 p.m. featuring Tim Witherspoon. Join us for the Friday night panel. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you later on at 4 p.m. Thank you.